Assalamualaikum. So this video is about streptogramins, which are protein synthesis inhibitor drugs used. But streptogramin के अंदर हमारे पास दो drugs आते हैं, एक है क्विनोप्रिस्टिन, एक है डाल्फोप्रिस्टिन. So pristins और streptogramins. However, हमारे पास mostly इन दोनों का combination हमें मिलता है therapeutically used, which is a 30 to 70 ratio of quinupristin and dalfopristin is used, and these exhibit what is called synergism, which is also exhibited in quatrimoxazole, which is a combination of sulfamethoxazole and trimethoprim. तो ये इसी तरह का synergism streptogramins में भी हमें मिलता है. Again, combination of quinupristin, dalfopristin 30 to 70. अब I think this is a common theme, because this was true for linezolid too. It is bactericidal only when it is used for staph or strep, but whenever you use these drugs for enterococci, these will only be bacteriostatic. So I guess it's less effective against enterococci, you can say. But this is a rule of thumb to remember. Bacteriostatic होगा हमेशा enterococci के लिए for linezolids and streptogramins, ठीक है? और बाकी के लिए it will be bactericidal, so it can have both type of actions. This is too much black marker for it. Okay, yeah. So its mechanism of action is this acts on the 50S subunit of the ribosome and inhibits the translation during protein synthesis. और क्योंकि ये दो ड्रग्स हैं, दोनों ड्रग्स की थोड़ी सी अलग अलग मैकेनिज्म्स हैं, बट अगेन एट द एंड ऑफ द डे दे बोथ एक्ट ऑन 50S राइबोसोम्स, ठीक है? तो एक तो दे इनहिबिट पेप्टाइड बॉन्ड फॉर्मेशन, एक टीआरएनए से दूसरे टीआरएनए के अमाइनो एसिड्स के बीच में जो पेप्टाइड बॉन्ड बनती है उसके इनहिबिट करते हैं. एंड अगेन एक पॉइंट आता है जिस पे यू हैव टू टर्मिनेट द अमाइनो एसिड चेन सो दैट इट कैन मूव आउट ऑफ द राइबोसोम एंड बिकम अ प्रोटीन. तो इट इनहिबिट्स दैट डिटैचमेंट ऑफ द अमाइनो एसिड चेन फ्रॉम द राइबोसोम टू. तो इनहिबिट्स both of these things and inhibits the 50S ribosomal action by attaching to 50S ribosome subunit, ठीक है? इसका spectrum is a bit similar to linezolids. It is also used in resistant gram-positive cocci. So okay, इसके अंदर थोड़ा सा specific आ जाता है कि it's only used for cocci and not for tuberculosis or listeria, which is a rod. तो it's only for cocci. Cocci में हमारे पास Staph aureus नहीं, Staphylococci आ जाते हैं, Streptococci आ जाते हैं और Enterococci आ जाते हैं. So it's used for all three, and again for resistant strains of all three. But you should remember it is most specifically used for MRSA, like methicillin resistant Staph aureus. और इसके अंदर भी कि if methicillin isn't working, you give vancomycin, and if vancomycin is not working, then you resort to quinupristin. So this is sort of like the tertiary management of Staph aureus infections. Baki, it's also used for streptococci. I wrote it wrong. I don't really MRE. I don't know. Yeah, enterococci के लिए भी use हो सकता है, and it's also used for streptococcal infections. ठीक है? Streptococcal में it's used for pneumonias and stuff. It's used for methicillin resistance, staph epidermidis, and it is also used for vancomycin resistant enterococci, specifically Enterococcus faecium. Again, because this is the more resistant organism. Fecalis is a bit weaker in this regard, but in general you should remember VRE. However, for VRE, I would say the more specific treatment is linezolids, and for MRSA, the more specific treatment is streptogramins. ठीक है? So pharmacokinetics are simpler, but इसके अंदर थोड़ी सी एक चीज़ to remember is that it is given IV and not orally. Linezolids were given orally too. This is only given IV, and this is also saline incompatible, so you give it dissolved in lipids, I believe. It also has a high volume of distribution, especially in neutrophils and macrophages. It is processed by the liver and excreted in the feces. ठीक है? Again, another important point, high yield point, is that this is a cytochrome P450 इनहिबिटर. तो ये कुछ ड्रग्स की टॉक्सिसिटीज़ और उनके मैकेनिज्म ऑफ एक्शन को ज़रा ज़्यादा कर देगा. साइड इफ़ेक्ट्स में आते हैं तो दिस हैज़ थोड़े से यूनिक साइड इफ़ेक्ट्स. आई वुड से कि इट कॉजेज myalgia and arthralgia. It also causes venous irritation if it is given in the peripheral line instead of central line. What does that mean? कि आप बेसिकली कैथेटर दो जगह लगा सकते हो. कैथेटर नहीं ना कैनुला आप 2 साइड पे लगा सकते हो, या तो आप सेंट्रल लाइन में लगा सकते हो, विच मीन्स कि डायरेक्ट बड़ी बड़ी वेन्स में, डीप वेन्स में, फॉर एग्जांपल जुगुलर और फेमोरल वेन्स, और यू कैन गिव इट ऑन द सरफेस सुपरफिशियल वेन्स, तो दैट इज़ कॉल्ड द पेरिफेरल लाइन, द सुपरफिशियल वाली है। तो यू शुड नॉट गिव इट इन द पेरिफेरल लाइन, यू ऑप्ट फॉर द सेंट्रल line when given streptogramins because it is irritable to the inside the veins, because again, like I said, it's saline incompatible. Lastly, this also causes hyperbilirubinemia. हम लोगों ने पढ़ा था ये in sulfonamides too, which also causes hyperbilirubinemia, but that was because it displaces bilirubin from albumin. So either this is not the case. This happens because streptogramins compete for excretion with bilirubin. तो जब वो खुद excrete होते हैं तो वो bilirubin को पीछे ज़्यादा कर जाते हैं. So that was all for streptogramins. It's not very high yield, but since I studied it, I thought I'd make a video on it.